What is up, y'all? Can y'all hear me okay? I want to make sure everybody can hear me. So if you can, please throw up a one, a two, anything. All right, good, 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 good. Okay, so look, y'all, I wanted to come on and speak on, when it's safe to fall back from someone or why you shouldn't have to feel guilty from dismissing yourself from certain situations. As y'all know, y'all been out here in these streets today too, and y'all see all this other shit going on. So, I wanted to speak on this whole thing that's going on as far as with Rita and the whole Percocet situation. So, okay, I saw our brother Jay, and he was live earlier today or whatever, and I thought he was just going to jump on and basically talk about the whole $50 and all that bullshit again, but he was saying that an intervention needs to happen, and we need to act on this right now and all this other shit. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? So he was basically saying that he saw Rita and she was doing her live and talking her shit like usual. And then somebody walks up on her and she go to give her a hug and dap her up. And all of a sudden, she asks her if she has any Percocet. And I'm not surprised to hear that because here in the DMV, like, we really have a serious substance abuse problem. And it's gotten to the point where they have basically made it so that if you have a problem and you're suffering from substance abuse, that you can receive SSI. They'll cut you a check every month. They'll put you through treatment for free, and it is now considered a disability because the government basically knows that they fucked up with this shit. They're responsible for it, and now they're trying to pacify that with giving people Suboxone, which is basically, I believe it kind of dismisses and passes out the opioids, and that way you don't have to go through the side effects and all that shit. But I really wasn't surprised to hear that she had a substance abuse problem or whatever, because in Baltimore, not only do they have a problem that consists of a high percentage of HIV and AIDS, but they also have an addiction problem that is serious up there. So I also saw when people heard about it that they were kind of trying to pacify Rita and not make her feel bad or be accountable for the fact that she has a substance abuse problem. They were saying that the reason why she probably relapsed is because of Jay Wilson, and basically trying to put it off on him as if he's the cause of it for stressing her out for the past couple of days. And I don't think that's the case. Regardless of what, I think that those pills would have been brought regardless, and she would have gotten them anyway. Um, when you are an addict, because I have like members in my family that have gone through some shit, so I've seen this before, but I know that when you do pressure them and if they've been trying to go clean, what they'll do is they'll end up relapsing because they're stressed, they're depressed, and like I mentioned yesterday, we're near the holiday season. So there's a high percentage of suicide, depression, and all that shit. So I don't think it's his fault. At some point, she has to start being accountable, and she has a problem with coming on here, pointing the finger and playing the blame game. It's been Lala, it's been her mother, it's been other people who've tried to jump in there and help her. Point, 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 but she's not been accountable for her actions and her bullshit, So I don't think that that's his problem. I mean, his fault or whatever. And, mm, mm, mm. Hold on, y'all, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, so I really don't think that that's his fault, and I feel for her as well. I see where people are saying, why should we have to pray for her? Why should I feel sorry for her? What am I supposed to say? And just because she does have a problem with opioids or with opioid use or whatever the case, it may not even be a problem. That's just people jumping to conclusions, believing what the fuck they want to believe. Who's to say she doesn't have a toothache or a backache or some shit like that? It may not be a problem. We don't know, but I think it's still one of those cases where we should still pray for her, send good energy her way. Nobody has to beat her up for this because Everybody does something. I don't give a fuck whether it's drugs, overeating, gossiping. A problem is a fucking problem. You know, none is greater than the other. And as far as I was saying about the whole the opioid use and all that stuff, and the suicide rates and depression and everything, that's kind of what I was touching on yesterday when I did an upload as far as sitting this one out. That's what it was called. And it was basically talking about the whole situation that consists of Tracy and Joyce, and I saw where, I don't know if y'all seen it yet or if y'all looked at it lately, but the comment section is a wreck. Like, it's reckless. And I didn't even think it would get that bad. I thought I was going to jump on and do my little shit and get the fuck back off. When I tell you, it is a lot going on in that comment section. It's the truth. It's the truth. And there are people who are upset with me or have decided to give me the side eye for sympathizing, and throwing out the fact that we should kind of lay off a little bit because these are two women who have lost important people that play important roles in their life, and I don't see as, I don't know, sometimes people just seem a little heartless and here to me, you know. Mm. I'm sorry, I'm looking down at the comment section, y'all. Y'all know I'm not used to this shit, so please bear with me. Am I doing all right? Am I doing all right? No, but as far as the shit that other people have going on with other people on YouTube, I really don't like to insert myself in it, especially when it's two people that I fuck with. If I don't give a fuck about you, I'm gonna go ahead and pick that one side. But when it came to Tracy and Joyce, I like both of those women. I don't have a problem with them. And I'm not going to do what I see everybody else doing, which is kind of, leaning away from Tracy because other people are mad at her or the majority of the people are mad at her. I'm not going to do that, especially not in a case like this. And there were people that jumped in the comments, you're wrong. Tracy has done shit too. What about what she did? What about what she said? And I never said she was perfect. I never once got on my platform and said, you know what, Tracy ain't did shit to nobody. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. Leave her alone. I never said that. Never said she was no angel, no fucking Virgin Mary. No, none of that. But at the end of the day, everybody has to be accountable. We all on here into some shit. We all here for the shits. So I didn't see where I don't know. I'm just a forgiving person, and I can't speak for everybody. It's real easy for me to just let shit roll off my back. I forgive and I don't forget, but I'm not the type of person that could just sit around and hold a grudge. So sometimes I expect people to be the same way and as easygoing as I am because I'm so laid back and chill and I don't really trip off of shit like that. And I think that's because I had like a lot of hardships in my life and I've been through a lot of fucked up ass shit. So when it comes to little shit like this, whether or not you agree with somebody or y'all not seeing eye to eye, that's some short shit to me, you know? So I really don't indulge in it the way that other people do. But the one thing I do fault myself for is not getting the history behind shit before I just jump out there and say what I'm going to say because I know some of y'all don't want me to bring this up. Y'all already said it, but I got to speak on it because it's tension. And it doesn't consist of me, but it is tension. I had no idea that the past between Tracy and Dree was so intense. I didn't know that. And I had learned that yesterday in my comment section because when I spoke on her and Joyce, and as far as people just laying off of them, and just being accepting and considerate to the fact that they have lost parents, I didn't know that Dree lost a mother as well. There are a lot of people who don't have their parents with them anymore. They don't have their loved ones any longer with them. And that's really unfortunate. And then there are some of us who do, who take it for granted, and we're not really understanding to the fact that the ones who are going through this shit are going through it here and now, close to the holidays. YouTube is a good distraction. And when you get on here, you basically get on here to get your mind off of shit that's going on, a little break from reality. Let me get on here for some entertainment. And YouTube is kind of like reality TV because we get on here and it's consistent as a motherfucker. It's like a soap opera that's a marathon. The shit don't stop. It don't stop. You get on here and it's always somebody on. It's always somebody angry. It's always some drama, always some entertainment. It's very consistent. And that's why that was the whole reason behind my petition because I'm like, look, if we got to go through all this bullshit and all this pain, let's get some real motherfucking money for it. Like, fuck the fucking super chats and the Google AdSense. We could be signing some contracts. But I think that sometimes with this seeming like reality TV, people kind of they forget that we're human and that we have feelings. You know what I'm saying? This is not a script. And when she said it was like real life, not to say, what I'm saying, you can't turn the shit off, but it's real life shit being put on here, especially when you're being doxxed. That ain't nothing to really play with. So that was my whole point in mentioning that. And that was also one of the reasons why I did want to interview Tracy as well, because I'm like, I want people to remember that this is a woman that we're talking about, not a character. This is not a cast. This is not a script. This is a whole fucking human being. Joyce is a human being. Dree is a human being. I am a human being. We all fucking human. We all got feelings. And when it's to the point where, like I said, you don't have to fuck with them. You don't have to love them. You don't have to support them or kiss their ass or none of that. But nobody should be on this bitch calling somebody a goddamn dog or putting dog behind their name. Like, what type of shit is that? That's some real adolescent fucked up ass shit to do. But unfortunately, we on here, and sometimes the majority rules, and people want to be get-wits, and wherever everybody else is going, that's the way that they want to go to. They're easily swayed, and that's really unfortunate. So like I said, I basically kind of fucked up where I jumped in there and decided I was going to play mediator, not knowing the past or what had happened and what was said in the past, and realizing that that's something for them to do. They have to repair that. Nobody can want anything for anybody else on YouTube, and can nobody fight harder for your situation than you do. You can get out here, you can swing, you can defend people, and, if you fuck with them, you say what you got to say, drag a bitch, whatever. But you can't fight harder than that person who's in the midst of the circumstance and it's their shit to be mad about and their shit to fight for. You know, see what y'all talking about. Oh, everybody in here, what's up, y'all? I see Tex, B, Tessie, baby girl. Alpha. Oh, shit, Alpha. I did not forget to give you that wrench, boo. I've been so busy today, y'all, and these sinuses are kicking my ass. I didn't know that it could be like this in November. I've been stuffy as hell. Damn. I guess Chipper ain't happy. What's up, J-Dot? Yeah, but I've been and oh, also too, y'all, I didn't do the I did audio, but I didn't want to do visual on here because I wanted to really look at the comment section, because I didn't realize how fucking critical the shit was until I was on here yesterday, and I was like, damn, like they really get it in the comment section, you know? And I really wanted to see what everybody was saying, and just for us to kind of be able to focus on each other. So, but yeah, y'all, I'm not sure how y'all feel about that or whatever. And I know I just had a lot of people hit me up telling me be careful just try to stay out of it. And I'm a fucking empath, y'all. I can't help it, especially when I see something wrong or that needs to be repaired that I don't like. I feel like, damn, let me jump in here. Let me say something. Let me say something, you know. But hmm, I don't know, y'all. I really didn't want to leave the situation like it was between Tracy and Joyce, but that's their thing for them to fix. And then also, too, my boo Mimi checking fake hoes, when she did her live and she spoke on a different aspect of it as far as, how she felt that Joyce left Tracy or did Tracy or whatever. I didn't agree with it necessarily and I didn't see eye to eye on it, but I appreciated the fact that she said what it was she had to say and it was a different perspective that I didn't even consider, and that's kind of why I put it up there because just because you don't have the same opinion or you don't agree with somebody on some shit does not mean that you can't hear that person out and see where the fuck they're coming from, So sometimes you just got to put yourself in other people's shoes. If you want to be fair, if you don't give a fuck, then do what you do. But, you know, so I really did appreciate that, y'all. I really did. Yes, higher thinking. It is hard to be an empath. It is. It is. I'm telling you, it's rough. I've had to teach myself to bite my damn tongue and turn my back and walk away sometimes, you know. And then on YouTube, it's rough doing that shit because it could be considered as shade, you know. I got people who basically think that I don't fuck with them like I used to because I don't drop out the bushes and come into the conversation. But I'm like, y'all gotta understand. Like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all an example, okay? And I wasn't even gonna share this shit, but I'm gonna go ahead and share it because it's no ill will or no harm, no foul, no fucked up intent behind it. It was just a little misunderstanding. But last week, Miss Olivia did a live and she was saying she was having a heart to heart moment with Heidi on her live, you know, and she was expressing how she felt towards Heidi, and she wanted Heidi to just feel like, what I'm saying, she was loved, and she was being maternal. Bottom line, I can't really go verbatim what she was saying in that chat, but I mean in that live, but she was really being maternal. She was being motherly, and I didn't feel as though there was any ill will. The wordplay, it could have been a little bit different, and it could have been private, but it wasn't. It was what the fuck it was. And when she came to her, I really didn't see her coming to Heidi in a disrespectful way or whatever, but Heidi didn't take it like that. She took it another way, and she found some things offensive, and she was a little bit irritated or agitated as far as what was being said. It was a misunderstanding. Meanwhile, while Miss Olivia was talking about the issue, I put in the chat, I know at one portion of that live, I think the conversation went a little bit south, and Miss Olivia was like, yeah, that's why sometimes you have to fall back from people on YouTube. And I second that. I agree with that, and with me just putting my little bit of words in that live and in that comment section, I guess Heidi felt some type of way, like I was contributing to, or I was in agreement with everything Miss Olivia said when that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? You can be in somebody's live and they could have a whole conversation that you don't agree with, but they could say one thing that you do agree with. And as soon as you comment on that, that turns into a whole misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? So she was a little bit offended and she was just like, I don't see why you would add an input to that or whatever, or she felt some type of way because I did say something, but I was just like, no, 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 no. I ain't had no ill intent. There was no ill will there. I was just leaving my comment. And I was like, yeah, sometimes you do gotta fall back on YouTube, and you do. You do. And I was agreeing with that part, but it was a misunderstanding and we cleared it up and everything like that, of course. I wasn't gonna leave it like that because y'all know me and Heidi, we have a history, and it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. It worked out in the end, but I was just like, nah, I didn't come back to you or, you know, make amends with you just to fuck around and do some bitch shit. So we made it right. I made it right. I made it right. But when she said that part that you do have to fall back from people on here, I totally agree with that, y'all, because look, I'm gonna say this. Don't ever feel guilty if you fuck with somebody on here and they start doing some shit that you're not with, or they're going toward a direction that you don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? They moving a little funny or they doing something reckless. If you have to step back from that and dismiss yourself from that, do it. Do it. And do not feel sorry about it. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, if all else fails, you're going to be out this bitch swinging by yourself. And I feel like a lot of this shit could be prevented if people didn't feel like they had to get out here fucking windmilling all the time. You don't. You can fuck with people and love people from a distance. You don't gotta be all hands on, whoop, 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 gang, gang. It ain't gotta be all that. You know, I fuck with you, but you doing this. I'm not about that. My platform is about this. This is my reputation. I'm gonna keep it that way. And I'm with you, but I'm not with you on this shit. It is okay if you gotta fall back or dismiss yourself or step away for a second. Get yourself together. Get your head right. Remember what the fuck it is that you came on here to do. And then, what I'm saying, when you good, when shit die down, when they back in their norm into their self, if you wanna, what I'm saying, jump in on that part, cool. But you don't gotta be a part of the bullshit. You really don't. You really don't. And I'm no disrespect to Rick Reed or whatever, but I love him. I think that he's very bold. I think that he's very vocal. I like the fact that he's not scared. I like the fact that he's not scared. He ain't no motherfucking punk. If he's feeling some type of way, he's going to say it. You know what I'm saying? He uses his words, he uses his emotions, and he'll take it to whatever level that he has to, you know. And I was in the chat, I was supporting and all of that stuff or whatever, but when it got to the point of the severity of the doxing, I was just like, damn, I'm here. I'm here. But I'm going to be a silent supporter on this one, and it's okay to do that shit. That don't make you fake. That don't make you weak. None of that shit. Sometimes you just got to fall back a little bit, even if it's nothing else but to set an example to somebody that they need to fall back on the shit too, And I apply that in my regular life as well. And that goes for my siblings, um, my bestie, my day one, whoever, you know, if you moving different, I'm going to start moving different, And I even had to do that with my own goddamn son. I had to do it with my son, who was in his late teens and trying it like shit. And it's not to the point where he's doing anything disrespectful or reckless or nothing like that, but I see you feeling yourself. Okay, so we grown. I'm going to show you what the fuck grown is. Grown gets its own haircut. You know what I'm saying? Grown puts its own money in its pocket. You moving funny, you got an attitude, me too, nigga. Like, it don't change with me. I'm going to be consistent with you, whoever you are, because I feel like we need to be shown that just to fucking get the example and to get the point. Just to get the point. Let me look back down here. I'm sorry, y'all. Ooh. Oh, Lord. Who is fighting in the chat? What's going on? And that was another thing, too. Before I even came on, I went back down in my comment section. I was like, look, all of y'all ladies is not saying eye to eye, and y'all going head to head and toe to toe right now. Please come on this live, because we can at least rectify it. We can at least rectify it. It's just like Sean always says, let's just coexist. I don't got to kiss your ass. You ain't got to kiss mine. We ain't got to love each other. We ain't got to support each other. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't got to be running around here with questions and eating the pieces. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case. We don't have to do that. But the respect should be a mutual thing. Nobody should just go in anybody's chat and feel like they can't speak or they can't support because there's tension there. You know? Just coexisting comfortably. We all on here. We are all on here. And to be honest with y'all, shit, when do the rules change? On the 13th? What's the date? All this shit about to change anyway. So all this spazzing the fuck out and going the fuck off and cussing motherfuckers out and doxing and shit, y'all gonna have to pay for that shit. It ain't worth it. It is not worth it. Because all this shit is about to flip. Every last bit of it. Shit. And when I seen that shit earlier today with Rita, when she was trying to buy the pills on live, I'm like, see, this is a part of the problem right here. Right here. No shade, no read, but it is what it is, you know? And then when I seen it was her son's birthday, I'm like, damn, like the last thing I would be doing is out in the streets trying to get the hookup. Shit, where's the cake and the ice cream? Not the perks. The fuck? Yeah, I was like, wow, too, Bisha, I swear. I swear. I'm telling you, you never know what somebody else got going on in their house. You really don't. That's the reason why I don't be on here coming for motherfucking people like I used to. Because when I first came out the gate, I came for Mona Simone ass. I was swinging hard as a bitch. I really was. I really was. And then when I really sat and thought about this shit, I was like, all right, you don't got to get it like this. You know, you can get on here and say your opinion, but I was going hard on her ass. I really was. But when you really just sit back and think about the fact that we all got shit going on, we all human, we don't know each other, and it's not that goddamn deep, you know, it makes it a lot easier to coexist on here. Yeah, they took my whole shit, Mimi. But you know what? They ain't even take my shit. Heidi took it. Heidi took it. Now tell me I don't have a heart to forgive. She took my whole shit, and I'm holding her hand right now, working with her ass. Took my whole shit. I'm telling you, you never know what way things gonna go. I don't hold no damn grudges, y'all. I can't live my life like that. I can't. I can't. If y'all had any idea how many asses I done kicked out here, and now we good. Like, we got an understanding now. Once I get that shit off my chest and do what I gotta do, I'm good. I'm good. She did what she had to do. I'm not mad at it. Oh shit, y'all. I see Dree just went live. I hope she ain't mad. She said she clearing up some shit. I get it though, y'all. I get it. Let go and let God. Yes, Sean. Let go and let God for real. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. He is all we got. Taylor. Yes, 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 yes. I agree, Taylor. What's up, Sam Ridge? Thank you, Boo. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. What's up, Bear Bear? Yes, J Dot. Everything is all good, damn it. It is all good. I'm telling you. But I couldn't not let that shit go though. Like when I put that upload up yesterday, y'all, I was really in my feelings because I was like, damn, like, I'm grown with it. I'm grown with it at the end of the day. And even if I don't fuck with somebody, yo, I live my life by a street code, and I can't help that. That got something to do with my past, my upbringing, the shit that I've been through in life, and me just being hip to hip with my older brother the majority of my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of followed in his footsteps. So, I go by the street code, and I just think that, like, you know what I'm saying? Even if that's like somebody, I don't know. I don't know. Try to find an analogy to put it in. But even if I don't fuck with somebody, I'm not the type that could just be a foul ass bitch and keep pressing and poking and pressing and poking. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't necessary. It's really not necessary. So when I saw the fact that Tracy's family was being defamed on this bitch, and then when I heard her say more than one time, and that's how I knew the shit really was kind of fucking with her a little bit, when she said, I had to go through these photos and, I'm just not feeling well, y'all. I had to go look through all of this stuff just to find da 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 da. You know, I thought that was real fucked up. I thought that was real fucked up, like to the point where you gotta resurface it all. Like, come on now, just to prove somebody wrong and want to get on this bitch and get a couple of clicks and views and make sure they hit their 1K. That shit is fucked up, man. That's wrong. That's wrong as fuck. And I felt some type of way about it, and I don't see how other people didn't. I'm like, damn, even if you don't fuck with her, don't mean you gotta fuck with her. Like, not to this extent. Not to this extent. And a lot of people should have looked at that shit and seen something wrong with it. Like, damn, you know, she did get on here and just have to go through her whole shit. Like, we are close to the holidays. It is about to be her birthday. Have some goddamn motherfucking compassion. The fuck? I'm sorry I'm cussing so much, but I can't help it. That's why I'm not monetized yet, y'all. I ain't even start the process because my mouth is real dirty. It's real dirty, especially when I really feel some type of way about some shit. I couldn't I couldn't do it, y'all. I couldn't do it. I couldn't go without saying something. Something. And it's a lot of people that's afraid to say something. You know? They're afraid to disagree with anybody on here. They'd rather lose their self than lose some goddamn numbers or some YouTube tips. Fuck that. If you feeling a way, say it. Say it, because it might need to be said. It might need to be fucking said. I'm having fun with y'all. I'm gonna have to do this shit more often. What the fuck took me so long? What took me so long? Food Junkie, where you at? I see your name. I don't see you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm busy running my mouth. I haven't gone through. It's there hello. One big hello to everybody. It's no shade if I don't say your name. It's because my ass is half blind, half nervous, half first time doing the live. I got a lot going on right now. And then to top it all off, my phone is dying. So we just gonna ride it out till the wheels fall off, y'all. And if we disconnect, we disconnect. But I will definitely be back on here tomorrow, no matter what. No matter what. Thank you, Alpha Boo. Lord help me. Dree. Dree. Whatever you had to clear up, Dree, I'm glad you cleared it up, Boo. What's up, Claude? Thank you, Bear. Thank you. Thank you, Candy. I know, Sean. Shit. Nigga.